There are few enough in the world of entertainment who last the test of time, especially, you could say, in the music industry, where a single appearance on television can produce instant, but alas, ephemeral fame. But then, of course, there are the evergreens. And one of the great amongst those is our own Larry Gogan, who's been on air for 45 years now. Indeed, he's one of the great gentlemen of the music industry. And our Mary Fanning has been taking a trip down memory lane with Larry.
There you go, that's the sound of Jamelia there, and something about you. Don't forget our number here if you want to get in touch with the programme, 087 772 0000. We would love to hear from you.
Larry Gogan, living the life, loving the music. 2 FM, you're the real thing.
I love Larry Gogan. He's the one Irish DJ that will always play Irish records. When I grew up in Kelchimo, listened to radio, there was only one person I knew, and that was Larry. Everybody knows Larry Gogan's voice. It's part of growing up in Ireland, and he should be on the radio every day of the week.
He's the king of the airwaves, has been applauded and rewarded by the industry, the toast of the recent Meteor Awards, universally loved by all. And it's just another day at the office for the icon of the airwaves, Larry Gogan. RTE's Radio Centre is where this DJ is at home and has been at home for the past 40 or so years. Music is his passion. A radio show that has wrapped itself around the artists, the young Irish bands and glories in the success of newcomers. There's no agenda, there's no ego, there's no pretentiousness. It's just Larry and his music.
I always loved music. Music was the thing that I really loved from the time I was a little fella. I remember going to buy my first record and all that kind of thing, you know, going down to Rap Mines to the record shop and saving up to buy a record and that kind of thing. And I loved Elvis, you know, when I was young. I thought he was fantastic, and he was, of course, the kind of prototype for everybody that came after him. I think brilliant. And I mean, I still to this day love to hear new music. I love to hear new Irish bands. You know, when you get a record like in the last year from the Director or the Blizzards or somebody like that, and you put on and say, that's fantastic, great band. And there's something great about it. I think if I didn't like it, I'd give it up. You know, but I love it. I love the business. I love listening to new music, and I love playing the oldies as well, of course. You know, so the combination of both of them seems to go down well.
A memory from the 90s there from Heart, and All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. We'd like to dedicate that specially to Larry McCormick and all the gang in Quinsborough Farm in Monasterevin, working very hard. It comes with lots and lots of love from Mary.
During his career, he's seen them come and he's seen them go, and has adapted with the ever-changing technology.
Well, first of all, the great difference was in the studio itself, because outside the glass, nowadays, there's nobody, or maybe there's one person. I have Cormac Battle who works with me. He's outside. He puts people on the phone for the quiz and so on. Otherwise, you do everything yourself, and you put on your own record. You do your own desk. You do your own sound. But in those days, there was 3 people outside, at least, sometimes 4. There was a producer, maybe a secretary, there was a sound engineer who looked after the sound of the thing, and there was another sound engineer who put the records on, a disc operator. So you didn't even run your own records when I started first. You weren't allowed to touch anything technical at all. Well, I like to be called a DJ. I prefer to be called a DJ than a presenter. I used to hate that word presenter, because I always thought a presenter was somebody who presented a show, like put on a show in the point, you know, like MCD presents or Aiken Promotions presents. And the word presenter, I think, came around when television took over. In radio before that, you were called a compere at one time, was the kind of word that was always used. So-and-so's, the show was compared by so-and-so. And then the DJ kind of thing came in. And I know I like being called a DJ. A disc jockey is somebody who kind of jocks the disc, they say. So you played, but now, of course, as the come out of a computer, I suppose, you can't really call yourself a DJ. Give us a call here. Our number is 087 772
Larry Gogan is universally respected by his peers. Nobody ever says a bad word about Larry.
They probably don't know me, Mary.
The golden hour, the just-a-minute quiz. If you mess up that famous line, should they didn't suit you.
What is Leslie Garrett famous for?
I don't think it's not nice. I don't think to be kind of given out to people. I think it's awful the way people, and some people do kind of take the nose off somebody because they get a wrong answer or they laugh at somebody. I don't think it's very nice. And then you have to remember that all their friends are listening in and their family and that kind of thing. And I wouldn't like to embarrass people. I don't think.
But is it true about the pig in Meteor's story?
That's not true, Mary, at all. No, there were some very funny ones, all right, but the pig and S-H-I-T never happened. That happened. I tell you the story behind that, and people would swear they heard it. Brendan Grace used to do a skit on the Just a Minute quiz, and he did it, and that was one of the things he used. He said, "Poor Larry, he asked this question, happy as, expect to get Larry," and the person said S-H-I-T. And somebody went into Gay Byrne on his radio programme and said, "Did you hear Larry on his quiz asked this question?" And Gay said it to the Nation at the time, because his programme was the biggest thing going. He said, "Poor Larry, what happened to Lar?" And everyone heard it, and then people imagined they heard it, but it never actually happened. Well, Mary, this is the studio that they named after me. How are you, Lucia?
I'm very well.
I'm the best, not a bother. That's Nikki Hayes in there. Nikki is one of our bright young things on every day from 12 to 2 here on 2FM.
And the plaque is up there.
The plaque is here, Mary. Will I show you the plaque? The plaque is... It needs a bit of a polish now. I'll have to bring the brasso in, I think.
What does that say? Where
It
was
says the Larry Gogan Suite open for 2FM Monday, October 14, 1996.
23 minutes to 1 o'clock. And to present Pop Around Ireland, here is Larry Gogan.
Thank you very much indeed, Brendan, and welcome to the first show on Radio 2.
Let me tell you something about Larry. It's a very straightforward thing. In a world gone mad, in a world that's lacking in manners and goodwill and good quality people and gentlemen, Larry's a beacon. I'm in the Penny Place watching Larry. He's a pleasure to meet around the place. He's warm, he's pleasant, he's funny, and he deserves this tonight. I'm thrilled for him. He's a gentleman.
Was worth coming for that alone. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you to Louis. Thank you for all those people on the tape. And
well, Larry Gogan is a genius, you know. He's a radio genius, someone that we've kind of grown up listening to. I always listen to his quizzes and stuff like that, his lunchtime stuff. I think he's brilliant, and, you know, fair play to him. Well done, Larry.
Larry was the toast of the recent Meteor Awards. Decked out in splendour, surrounded by his family, but unfortunately without his beloved wife Florrie, who was his mentor, his rock and his friend.
She was a rock, yeah. She was a rock. I miss her terribly, like, you know, because she was. You'd come home every day and she'd say, "Take no notice of them. Don't mind them. Let them do what they like." You know, she was very outspoken all the time, like, and she would say, "Call a spade," and that was which was great about her. People liked that about her.
That down-to-earth approach, this consummate professional, glories in his family and grandchildren.
Yeah, I think family is very important. I came from a big family myself. There were 8 of us. And I think family is very important. What else have you got? So I think your family is one of the most important things you can have in your life. And I have a great family, I have to say that, every one of them. I have 5 grandchildren. They're great fun. I absolutely adore them. They're fantastic, great crack.
Larry Gogan's knowledge of music is bottomless, his record collection vast, and when he's not receiving awards or making public appearances, this is where the jock relaxes. His dedication translates into a lifetime of awards from all over Ireland and the world.
Yeah, this is where I have some of the awards that I've got down the years, and some of the gold discs and silver discs have been presented to me. It's always nice as a DJ to get a gold disc. The Irma Honours, I got that in 2005, and so far there's only been 3 of those. Christy Moore was the first one, I was the second one, and Bob Geldof was the third. So it is a great honour to get that, all right. That's what it's called, the Irma Honours. That's from the industry, from the record industry. Fame.
And fame has never gone to your head, Larry Gogan?
I mean, what is fame, I suppose? You know, people know you, but, you know, in the end you're just doing a job, I think. I always think I'm just a working DJ, you know, and you hope you would keep on working and that kind of thing. But no, fame, I never bothered with fame really as such, I suppose.
That commitment to Irish music has been a cornerstone of the industry in this country, and still he promotes, nurtures the young talent and gets excited when a band is on the brink.
There's no other DJ that gives us much support. The band's like, we're only signed a year, but he played us 2-3 years ago. And, you know, I don't think he knows when people sitting around a table at home, they hear the song on the radio, who are only together a few months, it's the best feeling in the world, and he's given that to so many people, so he's, you know, it's quite, he deserves everything he gets, he's a legend.
Oh, Larry is just being a beacon in the music industry of Ireland, and everybody that's ever played, you know, in Ireland or ever held a guitar, that Larry will play. I mean, he's such a great supporter of the Irish artists and always has been. He's so good to us, and a very dear friend. He's wonderful.
sum up the last 40 years, very difficult thing to do, but I can only say that it's been the happiest 40 years. It went so quickly. I enjoyed every single second of it, not every minute of it, every second of it. I love the business. I always did. I always wanted to be a DJ. I became a DJ, and it's been a complete, very happy ride for me.
Till we meet again, from Larry Gogan, bye-bye, and keep it swinging.